Hello everyone, welcome back to another episode of The Homesteader. Today is going to be the first episode of a new series called the Survivor Skills series. Now this is going to be a series where I walk you through a whole bunch of different survival skills. Like for example, this first episode is going to be about knot tying and whatnot. So, let's get into the knots. Okay everyone, first off here, we're going to talk about different types of ropes. So, there's different ropes for different occasions, so this big honkin', this is this is 7/16 rope. It's very big. As you can see on the packaging, and be used for hauling and lifting stuff. And also you have little twine. This would be good for tying down tarps and whatnot. And you have some other types of rope, this is probably some 1/4-inch rope. That's good for multi-purpose stuff. And then this kind of rope, this is kind of like that, but you can actually take the frayed ends here and turn it into a fire starter as well, which is a cool idea. Now, you need to decide what type of rope you need for different scenarios. So, if you're going to tie down a tarp, you don't need this big 7/16 rope, because it wouldn't even fit through the loop. So you can take your twine here, and you can just cut off a little piece, and then whenever you're done tying down or whatever, you can just cut it off and use it. Also, this makes for good fire starters and stuff. Also, any of the knots used in this video are going to be referenced from the Boy Scout handbook. You can see my other video on books, links down in the description. Alright, let's get into the first knot. Okay everyone, the first knot I'm going to be showing you guys how to tie is the square knot. Now I'm going to be leaving this diagram here on this side of the screen if you guys ever need a reference guide when doing this. So what you want to do first, you want to take your one rope in your left hand and one in your right. I just have different color-coded ones so you can see the different parts of the rope. So what you want to do, you want to take the one in your left hand, cross it over the one in your right hand, twist it under like that, and then you want to take the one now in your right hand, which is still the blue one, cross it over the left one, which is now the red one. So it forms a loop like this, and then pull it tight. As you can see, the rope is kind of looped around each other. And now this rope, if you pull it really, really tight like that, it's good for supporting a good amount of weight. And also, this knot comes very, very easily undone. And this would be good for joining two ropes together, or if you want to haul stuff. I don't know. I'm going to be showing you guys some other knots like this. There's also one called the surgeon's knot, which basically you take the same principle here. You tie this, do this, again with the left over the right, and then you take the right over left, but you do it twice, which makes the surgeon's knot, which is even stronger than the square knot. Here you go, if you want to look at that. Alright, let's go to the next knot. Okay, the next knot I'm going to be showing you how to tie is the 2 half hitches knot. So I'm going to use this piece of wood here for an example. So what you do, you loop it around like this. So it's like this, and then you how you tie your shoe. You take it up and over under like that, and then what you do is you'd take the same side and go around and under again, like this, and then your knot's gonna look similar to this, if you want to look at that. And then what you do, you just pull it tight like that. There you go. You got your 2 half hitches knot. I'm gonna show you how to do it again real quick. What you do, you take your classic shoe tying knot, go around like this, so it's like that. Then you take your other rope, you take it around this rope here, up, under, through, till it's like that, and you pull it tight. That's your 2 half hitches knot. Now this would be good for if you just want to secure a rope to a structure or something like that. However, this is also called a slip knot, kind of, because you can loosen it like that or tighten up. So I don't know, you guys can think of different uses for this. It's a pretty good knot to know. And let's go to the next one. Also, real quick guys, as I'm going through these knots, I forgot to talk about breaking strength. Now, breaking strength is a really good factor to think about whenever you're getting different types of ropes. So, as you can see here, you've got things like cotton rope, safe. You have your safe working load, your breaking strength. So this is like what you should be using, like your rope. Like, you should be like maybe, I don't know, hauling, like, or strapping down luggage with cotton rope, but it's rated to break at 900 pounds. So this is also an important factor to do whenever you're, like, choosing rope for different things. And also, real quick, can you guys please subscribe to the channel? This is a new channel, and I appreciate all the support on all my new videos. Now, let's get back to the knots. Okay, next up here, we have the taut line hitch, which this hitch here is going to be very helpful if you want a knot that doesn't slip. So the problem with the two half hitches is the knot will slip if you pull it tight enough. It will eventually slide out like that. So this knot does not do that. So what you want to do, you want to take your length of rope here, want to go down around the object that you're going to want to tie, and then what you're going to do is you're going to go around like this to form a kind of a loop, and then if you need a little more rope, do that, and then loop around again, and then what you want to do, you want to take it up around like this to there, and then pull it tight once you get it to this point. You see there, the rope, the knot looks like that, kind of. There should be a little more out there. If you look at that knot, there's the two loops here, and then the one on top. Now this knot does not slip. So this is good for guy lines on a tent, because as you can see, this knot is not going anywhere. Yeah, this is good for tying down tarps and guy lines on a tent. Alright, let's get into the last knot. Okay, next up here we have the bowline knot. Now this knot is good if you want to secure guy lines and also secure tarps for tents. And also it's a good thing if you want to rescue someone, because you can easily tie it around their waist and the knot will not slip. So what you want to do, take your length of rope and you take the longer end and you kind of form a loop like this with the one sticking up. You put that in one hand, you take your other end of the rope, you push this up through, and then you take it down around this loop right here, and back down into the loop that you made, and you just want to pull everything tight, like that. Now this knot is special because it will not move no matter how hard you pull this thing. So if you see here, we have a big loop. This thing is not going anywhere. So, like I said, this is good for securing guy lines, tarps, and rescuing people or hauling cargo. Alright, let's get into the next knot. Okay, the last knot I'm going to be showing you how to tie today is the timber hitch. Now this hitch is good for if you want to haul logs or something, and also if you just want to tie a big bundle of sticks together or something. So, you want to take your shorter end and your longer end, pass your shoulder end underneath your log like this, and then what you want to do is you want to take your rope like this and pass it behind like this so it forms a mini loop, and then loop it up and under like that. And then if you need a little more rope, you can pull it like that, and then do this 1 or 2 more times, and then pull the knot tight like this, like so. Now this isn't the greatest example log, since it's a sanded walking stick, but as you can see, that knot is not going anywhere. So yeah, like I said, this will be a good thing if you need to haul logs out of anywhere. Also, if you guys need a reference guide to any of these knots, you can pick up yourself a copy of the Boy Scout Handbook. That's where I'm getting all the knots from. Alright, I think that'll about do it for this episode. Alright everyone, I think that'll about do it for this episode. I want to thank you guys all so very much for watching this episode. God bless you, and good night.